Hello, orchestra families. My name is Elise Geller. I'm the very proud orchestra director here at Mamaroneck High School. I'm so excited to welcome you back to school. Though it is a unique year, we're still making music, and I'm really excited to share what your sons and daughters have been doing so far this year. So come on in. Hello, Concert Orchestra families. Welcome again to our very unique but very special year, 2020 to 2021 at MHS. I can now officially welcome you as freshman parents to our string program at the high school, and we have a lot of exciting things to look forward to this year in terms of making music and also creating our community within the music department, as we often do. A little about us. Similar to the Homix music program, we have a very close-knit community here at the high school that we're very, very proud of. And any string player within the high school can expect to cultivate many friendships, especially through our rehearsal process and our performances, and also in between our ensembles, since we collaborate so much throughout the year. Concert orchestra has always been the best part of the string program in my eyes, because it's a way for all of our ninth grade string players to officially be welcomed to our music department, to MHS, and to get a feel for how everything is done and the type of music that we work on, which is a huge variety of music. Every year, we take our traditional winter concert photo, which we will absolutely take this year. Here's a glimpse of our concert orchestra from last year. And this commemorates their first performance with us. And of course, it goes all the way up to symphony orchestra eventually. Each year, we have many performances to look forward to. And similar to Homix, a lot of our students get to experience NISMA majors. This year, unknown if we'll be participating, but we always look forward to this type of competitive experience for our students, because we're preparing a certain level of music. This NISMA Majors experience pictured here is when we did our level 6 performance. Every year we also always collaborate with our choir and the vocal program with Mrs. Gunling, and often the band as well, creating our full symphonic orchestra. And you can see here we took our panoramic shot. This is within our orchestra room, and one of our rehearsals and a piece that we did a collaboration on recently. Another wonderful aspect of the orchestra program at the high school is that students are able to form their own smaller ensembles, which can meet at various times throughout the day, depending on their availability, say a free period, before or after school, whatever would make sense. And this is one of our many student string quartets that meets. This is Chamber, one of our early morning ensembles that we've already begun this past Thursday and Friday, and our students auditioned to be in this group. This is traditionally another group that always performs at NISMA Majors, and also prepares a very advanced program between student-led concertos or full symphonic repertoire that we're very proud of. And this was our chamber ensemble performing fully student-led last year. And we always meet in the morning. These are our early morning warriors. And we're very excited to continue that this year. This happens to be another performance from last year where we also collaborated with our PACE program, whom we have a very special relationship with as well, in our one of our winter concerts where we did a full Beatle medley. So this just to give you an idea of the opportunities as a string player at the high school. There are many, and this would be a very long video if I went through all of them. But of course, eventually, the string program being really a 4-year program, your freshman string player would end up, of course, in symphony orchestra for the remainder of their high school years here from 10th to 12th grade. And symphony, as you can see, is a large family, which we're really, really proud of. And this is their winter concert photo from last year that we always take, just again to commemorate just how far we've come, how close we are as an ensemble, and how important it is to stay in the program for your 4-year run here at MHS. So a little about this year. Of course, we know this is a unique year and things are a little bit different, but we are still, of course, making music, and we're doing it at the best way we can and as safely as possible. So what I have pictured here is actually what the students have been seeing every day in our beautiful orchestra room. We are set 6 feet apart. Everyone has their own individual seat and stand and instrument, and that was a big change for us this year, but they're doing beautifully with it. I'm really excited to say. Students are also expected, of course, to bring in their own home instrument on the day that they know that they have orchestra, whether it's before school or if it's during the day. And they've been excellent remembering so far. It's really just for violins and violas because we do have enough cellos and basses to assign each student. And this has kept everyone with their own instrument. They know to hand sanitize and clean their instruments as well and be responsible for that. They also know that even though this is not a typical year, they are expected to bring their instruments home as much as possible and create their own music space. That's where they're going to be recording and doing any assignments that I ask of them at home, and making sure it's a common space where they're able to record and can work efficiently, whether it's asynchronously or if it's synchronously with our class. So some expectations and what all students have to expect for this year is what they've already been doing. They know that the Google Classroom, in this case it says Symphony Orchestra, it should be for concert as well. The Google Classroom is where they're going to find everything that they need. And I provide them with all their practice parts, their assignments there, and they know to always go there for any announcements, for daily attendance, and to check in with anything that I may need to communicate to them as much as possible. They also know that they should have their orchestra binders every single day, whether at home or in person. This happens to be a picture of our concert orchestra from last year when we did a scavenger hunt at home. That was one of our daily class games, something to get us all excited and also to bond even more. A little bit about our grading and expectations in orchestra. I try to be as transparent as possible with the students and with families just about what it means to play in the orchestra, what's expected, and that's really first and foremost your attendance and your participation in class. You know, you're here, you want to make music. I would hope that everyone's here for the same reason. It's because they love to play and they love music and they love making music with their friends, and that's my goal too. And my goal is also to share as much information and experience with them as possible and make it worthwhile and as memorable as possible, of course. So their participation, they're getting written assignments. We're focusing a lot on our music theory this year to add it back into context with the music that we're doing. So all of those expectations remain the same as they would every other year. And of course, this year we're holding students a little bit more accountable because there is the virtual component. And so far, they've been doing a really excellent job with that. So a couple of more things that students have to look forward to, which I already talked about: chamber orchestra, POPs are meeting in the morning. POPs is also a non-audition. Any student, string student can be a part of that and have communicated that with me. Also, some opportunities for students who are quite active in music and would like more community service and possibly school service credit towards maybe their transcripts or just experience with other students within the music program from band and chorus. We highly recommend considering the Trium Music Honor Society. This is our current group, and they are a mix of students from grades 9 through 12, all students who excel in music between the high school and also outside in the community. So if they take private lessons, if they are active in another ensemble outside of Mamaroneck, we highly encourage students to apply to become an apprentice for Trium. And for all of that information, they will receive a classroom code and an invite from myself and also Mrs. Madden, my co-advisor for the Honor Society, and we'd be happy to answer questions about that as well. So just a shot from last year in the spring when our chamber orchestra went virtual and we were still able to put together a piece with actually I'd say about 2 days notice, we decided to put this together. Just another testament to how hard our students work and how well they work together, and how lucky I feel to be their orchestra director and to work with all of your children. It truly is an amazing experience to see them all like this on a screen and also now in person finally. And we're hoping that just continues. And throughout this year, of course, we will have many opportunities for virtual performances and ways to show how much music we're making, so I'm really excited about that. As always, you can reach me anytime at this email address. I'm always happy to answer as many questions as you have and help in any way I can. Thank you so much for continuing to support your child in their music making, especially with their string instrument, and I really can't say how proud I am of them already, and so excited to continue to make music with them. Thank you so much.